Church has always been the safest community garden I have known ever since I was a boy, and I don't think that has changed. I'm keen to know the relevance that the church as a non governmental organization brings to the table in community development, as they seem to be everywhere these days. Meet Pastor Sam Agbede of the True Tabernacle Church.
By the grace of God, I pastor the True Tabernacle Church,
Okay,
and it's been ongoing for about 13 years,
okay,
and it's basically a word and an evangelistic church.
okay,
And I as a person, I'm not like the regular everyday pastor.
okay.
I I'm careful to use words, but I have this mind that rebel and revolt against the normal thing that because the real thing about the church has to do with like politics. That's what people don't understand. That word church is not just a religious thing, it's a body that has to address culture and mindset. It has nothing to do with this going to a gathering where people just only. So, if truly we are culture, we should impact and affect culture system, belief systems. So, the Truth Tabernacle, having the opportunity to oversee it over the years, that's one of the things in which I do once in a while, and I try to like midwife change in the society. Yeah.
Wow.
Presently, we are at Remo,
Okay,
and I'm trying to float a radio station, a secular radio station.
okay,
As we're going right there, it's about 4 buildings from the governor's house,
okay.
and the main idea is just what you are trying to say, that the church must have a very heavy impact positively on its community, much more than just gathering to say amen and dressing pious and talking religious. No, it should be much more than that. And like last 2 Sundays, I preached a sermon in that direction when I said we are to be in the world. It has to be contact without communication, without contamination. But people have to see. If I'm going like to preach now, I don't go with my Bible, because if I carry my Bible, the person I want to preach to already is building a wall against even me talking. So you are likely to see me and not even know I'm a pastor. And that gives me a platform to easily assess you. And even when Jesus said we should go to the word ethnos there talks about the pastor. The doctors should reach the doctors, the lawyers should. He didn't talk in the. You will be a witness unto me in Jerusalem, in Judea. He didn't talk about we going to like Italy, India. No, the nation there has to do with people in their unique space of operation. So the doctor should go to the doctors, the lawyer should go to the lawyer, because you can reach them better because you understand them better. That's what and I think the likes of Pastor Tony Rappo, the likes of Pastor Pojo Yemade, the platform medium, the all great men of God have done a whole lot of changes in that environment. We are just trying to follow suit.
So, what is your population made of? Youth, more of youth?
The truth is our church is 95% youth. 95% youth. That's the old people. When you come around our congregation, you can always just count them.
Oh, are you serious?
It's not
Were you
joke.
were you intentional about it, or
I think my preaching style, my dressing style. Today, I think today I look more like a pastor.
okay?
If you really see me, you are likely not to.
The truth is to keep this youth. You've got to be very entertaining.
Very true.
Yes,
Very true.
you have to be. So,
Very true.
what's your dimension to it?
The truth is, like, first, I reached out to the passion among them in the aspect of music. I am not a music person, but I had to learn music. I've composed about 64 songs. And so then I went into the aspect of encouraging them to not just be churchy. So you see a lot of our youths doing things that are not. When you look at them, you see these ones they are not even born again. So I give them platform even in church to even perform and do what they are doing. So I think the thing I do from time to time is help them discover themselves and their uniqueness, and give them this backup to say express yourself. Don't let anybody judge you. I am your pastor, and if anybody, I went to to Bible school for 12 years at various places. So I started with CAC. So if you are coming from any religious background, I know it. So I stand berekete to say, you say we should not wear trousers. Oh, yeah, show me in the Bible. You say we should not do this. So I just want people to be free and not to be tied in the aspect of religion. Our society, if we must impact them, we can't impact them with a colored mindset. So we tell these people, be yourself, have personal revelation of this, but don't allow anybody shut you down. And that's what the church is really, really doing this day. So I think what we do, and me as a person, is just to try as much as let them discover themselves, because we are differently gifted, and in our uniqueness we are invincible. So if people stand to be them, and they have voices that can mentor and back them up, they do the unimaginable. Then there is what I do also from time to time. There is a platform that I also do. I've taken the platform to Abuja, to everywhere. I call it TWSA, Talk with Sam Agbede, a platform like this, where we help people, also people that are they are in love with media, people that are in love with creative art.
Right. Okay.
They can come express themselves.
So I want to know, do you think churches are doing enough in participating in our society, getting involved? Are they getting involved enough in helping out to what is happening today in our society?
I think, to be very, very honest, and because I'm a part of the church, my community and my jurisdiction is there, I would say the church is trying, but we can still do more. If not for the kind of thing that the church is doing, most especially even in Nigeria. Like I told people, Nigeria does not have the highest number of Christian population. Brazil has higher number than us, and some of the countries like that. But the truth is, the church, though they are not appreciated, and we still have one or two issues yet. Every aspect of every organization have those issues, but the church is really, really trying. I made references to that of Pastor Paul.
Yeah.
I made references to Kosa. I made references to that of Daddy Keke Komaya Master's Place. I'm involved. I'm part of all of those things. In my own little space, I know what we are doing.
Yeah.
So I think the church can do more, but I can't say they are not. If I'm going to even score the church today, I would say the church is about 7/10.
Wow, that's
the truth. The church is really, really trying. The church, Christ Embassy. Look at what Pastor Chris did with their music stuff. Most of all of those guys today, Sinaj, Frank Edward, Ben, most of all of those guys today, and the money, $100,000 to encourage them, $50,000 is not. It's just making them busy, engaging them, and helping them express themselves. The church is. We may not be there yet, but to say we are not trying, and it's not even. It's beyond average. Anything about me, I want to just remove. We are tripartite being, every one of us, body, soul, spirit, all of us. It's just the part of yourself, of your being, that you reach out to more. Like Christians, we've tend to overemphasize the spiritual aspect, and de-emphasize the soul, which is the mental aspect, and the bodily aspect. Some people, they develop more of their body. God didn't leave any of us helpless. For example, some people that do not have the Holy Spirit, quote and unquote, have what they call intuition. Some people are not Christians, and they are doing better than, quote and unquote, the believers, because of a force at work in them, intuition, which is resident in the soul. In fact, our Bible, Romans chapter 12, says we should be transformed and not conformed by the renewing of our mind. So it means if you are mentally stable and mentally okay, and you develop your mind, even the person that is just a spiritual person, you will have more and better result than them. So my appeal to our church world and community, most especially, is to tell them to develop themselves mentally. And the largest room is the room of improvement. And so I keep telling them, work on yourself. Do not allow anybody to cubicule you or keep you in a space where you can't grow. If your space and in your in your world you are the biggest, then you are in a cage. You are not in a community. You have to keep aspiring and being among people that make you feel you are even doing lesser than who you think you are. The truth is, Apostle Paul says everything is permissible, but not all things is edifying. It means that don't put a boundary on anybody. And I hate to sound like this, but I have to always.
Yeah.
Paul said, to the Jew, I behave like a Jew. To the Greek, which are the worldly people, I behave like the Greek. So that by every means I may win all. My first son is in the university, Dominion University, third year. And I sit with him. So I'm like, Solomon, talk to me. What is the thing raining? I tell me it's this kind of big, baggy kind of trouser. So I give him money, please buy a lot of them for me. You need to see me one of these days on the Sunday. You will say I'm not a pastor, I'm not even born again. But the truth is,
Wow.
I'm saved, born again. I'm rooted in Christ. I'm convinced, but yet I'm still not going to give up what I believe in. This aspect of we can't reach them if we don't look like them. We can't.
I agree with you.
We do 3 services, and those 3 services too are different in focus.
Okay.
There's a 6:45 to 8:30.
Okay.
Is basically entrepreneurial in nature and leadership in nature.
Okay.
When I come in there, I don't bind, I don't lose Satan. I'm trying to tell you that there are 2 sides to the gospel. There is a person of Jesus, there is a principle of Jesus. There's one that talks about an experience with God, one talks about an expertise with God.
Yeah.
So I'm saying you're a Christian, but wealth gotten by vanity will diminish. But he that gathereth by labor will increase. So you have to labor. It's part of the things about the kingdom. Integrity. It's enough capital for you to get it. So if you come in there, you would think I'm a business teacher, and it's deliberate. Then the second service, because of that's why I said the body, soul, spirit. I divided our service into the first service appealing to the body, the second service appealing to the body. So the second service, I'm talking about growth. That you can't grow beyond your level of. You can't experience greatness beyond your level of personal growth. When your mind is wrapped, your greatness is entrapped. So it's important where the mind goes, the man follow. So success and greatness is an internal journey. If you are free within, you can't be bound outside. So I tell them most of the demons we have, they are not in the village, they are within us.
Exactly.
So I do that. If you come to our second service, you are likely to think Satan is not anywhere. But now in the third service, that one now kill Satan. Everybody in the village, you're doing you died. So it's like what I'm very intentional with what I do. And Wednesdays, Fridays, but Fridays is vigil.
Vigil, okay.
We used to do it once a year, once a month before, but right now I do it every Friday.
Right.
Till we are able to get things.
I want to talk about sustainability. I know this is like this is your full-time job.
Yes.
It's a full-time calling.
Yes.
And where there is no, I feel like you need finance. You need that finance to sustain.
Very
there
true.
are bills to pay.
A lot of it.
So and looking at the community right now, you have 95% of youths who probably don't even have a job. How do you sustain, the church?
Powerful question, and and I think also very, very few people think like you think. An average pastor is labeled a thief and said to be like you are in the church business. Church is a business scripturally. Acts chapter 6 says we will give ourselves to prayers and to the word, and while you be about the business. Then Jesus Christ said, I must be about my Father's business. So it's a business not for the purposes of the gain materially, but for the profiting of winning people to Christ. That's why they say soul winning. So we're in the business of souls. Right? Some people are in the business of oil and coal. Now, 95% of our congregation is youth. As a person, I write book. I've authored 23 books.
Okay.
So I sell books anywhere I go to preach. I encourage them to buy, and I make a lot of money from it. Like I said, I also sing, and I have platforms like that I try as much as possible to try to make sure that I make money. And some of the times when I minister, when I'm invited to places, the value that I give, a whole lot of people are kind enough to appreciate it. And so, in the name of honorarium, they used to give me a lot of money. Then, the truth is, we have also taught our church audience to know the power of offering, to know the power of tithing, to know the power of prophetic giving, seed. And so when those money comes, we use it into empowering platforms. Like there's a guy right now, they call his name Akim in church. He's a Muslim that I'm investing in a fashion, a barbering salon, very, very big in the likes of Iputu.
Okay.
So, and it's like a 50-50. Like I told them, everything you make, the church is renting the hall, the place, doing all of those things. You have 50 for yourself, return the 50 of it to the church offering where we took it from. So as we have investment in a lot of those people like that, some of them are kind enough to also do those things.
Brilliant.
We grow. So our offerings, what I do with them essentially is to tell church board to invest. Thank you very much.
And I just want to say thank you so much for coming. You've shared so much for me. I mean, right now, let me just say what I have picked right now. That thing I'm thinking in my head, that has been telling me this is what it is. You have to be intentional about what you want to do. You can't be judgmental. If you're going to try to reach out to a monkey, you have to know how the monkey behaves.
Yes.
And I've seen somebody today that agrees with me on that note. Using the Bible to back it up.
Yes.
I'm going to keep that to my heart.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for doing this.